Hi, this is Randy with VoicePad. Welcome to VoicePad's online training series. You can access this and other informative videos on our 24/7 customer help portal, voicepadanswers.com. Today we're going to talk about something that's pretty exciting. Many of you are using the VoicePad mobile sites, and of course you know it's connected to your lead gen. So today what we're going to do is tell you about all the new things that we've added to the mobile site. This is a team mobile site. Imagine this being in the palm of your hands. And taking a look at the top, you'll notice the big buttons to call, email, text. You can see this team has set up their social media preferences: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Google+. All of this is done from a GPS standpoint. Find properties nearby, that is the list view. And of course the map search is when you're out and about and you want to contextually know exactly where the listings are around you. This is where we start. And I wanted to draw your attention to the buttons at the top of this map. The map is a rolling IDX map, and that you can indicate this is the property that I'm clicking on. Get a quick idea, and always remember that here at VoicePad we're recording every one of these. But what I wanted to draw your attention to are the 4 buttons on the top. The first button that you'll see, we've taken the sold data, not just the data that says these houses sold around this houses, but we've taken the time to add geocodes and put all of it on a contextual map, so that when your clients are driving around, they'll also be able to look at all of the sold properties in the perimeter and hopefully help them make an intelligent bid. The next button over is not terribly new, but it is the school component. So this is one of the most important things for young home buyers. And you can see the school icons come up. You'll be able to see the overview, the grades, the rating, more information. And this will be on all public schools. There are also private schools listed, but they're usually not a part of the grading system. Now, what we wanted to do with the next points of interest icon was ask ourselves, I'm getting ready to move to a community, and this is the house that really fits our needs. Where's the nearest drugstore? Where's the nearest restaurant? So as you can see, the icons are all color-coded, and these are lifestyle icons. So if I want to see where the nearest gym is, there's Curbs, there's W.H. Wells, here's a hospital, Baptist Hospital, here's a bank, and here's a daycare center. And these icons, they're a new data set that we've purchased. Your customers at least will be able to talk intelligently about what's going on here. So I'm going to go back to a property that's for sale. I'm going to go ahead. This one has an open house, you'll notice. But this comes to the next component that we've added onto your mobile site. This is both a slideshow and it provides narration in English and Spanish. It's one of the few interfaces that allows you to do both. Why? Because people don't want to wait for information. So what they can do is hit English and then just simply go through the photos, because it's not really a video and the two aren't tied together. All right, as we move down, once again, you'll notice here that we have open house icons up. And here are the same map icons that I showed you before, but the difference in these is that they're all going to be in relation to this particular home at the top here. Without going through those, we have property info, we have interior features, we have exterior features. Something that's new, and we've been hearing this a lot, is for many of the markets, they provide room details. So now you can get a list of all of the rooms. This is relatively new. The next icon down is schools. Generally, if you have assigned schools, which this we do not, the assigned schools will be here. The map all schools will take you to the map that I showed you earlier, where all of the grades and all of the ratings are there. Nearby properties sold. This is just out of the MLS data. We're taking the nearby properties. If you don't want to actually look at it on a map, it's all going to be here. All sold listings, that button will take you to the map. Directions, descriptions, remark, I think those are kind of self-explanatory, but let's take a look now. These are new on the community info. So what we're going to have here are some visualizations. People want to know a little bit more about the community. You know, what's the language that's spoken? What are the cost of ownership? What is the average monthly rent? What is the income level? What is the cost of fuel? What is the cost of living in this market as compared to other markets? This particular one, you'll see some verbiage that's written out by a computer. So it does the comparison between this market and other markets. We've also included weather. People who are not used to being in your market may want to know, what's the average annual precipitation? How hot does it get? how cold does it get on average snowfall. And if, for example, you want to get an idea of how easy it is to walk, we have both a walk IQ and a drive IQ. These are the new components that we've added to your mobile site. Yeah, down in these areas on the mobile site, there's going to be some new developments in the works. There's going to be buttons, and you're going to be able to upload your 3D tours and any drone footage that you want, so that people will be able to look at these independently from the detail page. The other thing that we're going to be developing on the mobile site, and this has to do with the mapping components. Well, the first one we're going to see is online graphics. You'll notice how we have been putting the type out to the right and left of the images. We're going to use bigger images here very shortly, and the information on the house, the address, the price are all going to be imprinted on top of the image number one. The next option that we hear a lot about, and this tool set has really just become available on mobile web. It's always been something that you see on mobile apps, and what we're going to have is a draw feature. You'll be able to draw the area on a map, and then once that's outlined, you'll be able to see the listings, and you'll also be able to filter them from there. That's coming very soon. When you're on a tablet, for example, you'll be able to see the map and the list view at the same time. That too was a feature that you're probably used to seeing on mobile applications. This is one of the earliest ones that are being done for the mobile web, and mobile web's going to get 10 times the traffic than a mobile app will. That's why it's important to bring these tools to market. The other thing too is we're going to have an About Me panel. So imagine if you're on the map and there's going to be a button that says agent, and what will happen is you'll see this shelf come across, and then it will have your contact info, it'll have what you've written about yourself, and ultimately it will have a button so that you can have your own About Me video, which is a nice place to put it when they're searching on a map. The other thing is that this mobile site that we're talking about, if you're an individual agent, you're the only person on that mobile site on every single listing. So whenever they hit agent, this is what's going to come up. That's why we think it's so important for you to invest in tools that don't necessarily have other agent photos there. That's the update for the mobile site. We'll continue, hopefully, to do wonderful things. Thank you for being clients. We'll talk again soon. Thank you.